Hey fancy friends, welcome back to another new video. So I asked you guys on YouTube, like I did a little poll on like what kind of videos you guys would like to see, and this was the second most voted, which was, as you can see by the title, it's going to be plants that I am currently struggling with, as well what I'm doing to get them back up and running. I mean, just looking their best, and why they look the way they look, and what I'm doing to get them looking a lot better. So yeah, the first one was that you guys voted was the top wish list of 2022, like wish list plants. But I'm getting into like some issues, so that's gonna be pushed possibly by tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, this is the second most voted, and honestly I'm super excited. I haven't done any of these kind of videos, and I've seen a lot of them on YouTube recently, especially back then. And I'm super excited to like share with you guys some plants that I'm also struggling with. But if you're new, hey, welcome to the Spicy channel. We do a lot of plant content over here, so if you enjoy that, consider joining us by tapping the subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first one's going to be this string of pearls. People say like it's not a string of pearls, it's a string of tears, something like that. But honestly, it does look, you can see like the little balls. I did some research as well, and sometimes they do tend to get narrow over their environment and other reasons. So yeah, and you know, I got it and it's labeled as string of pearls, and I got it for $12.98 at the Home Depot. Honestly, it was doing super duper good, and this is where I'm starting to believe like it probably isn't a string of pearls, because like I killed them, like I literally killed these. But this one was doing super duper good. It was looking amazing, and it was trading so nice. And I wouldn't really water it. I think like the last time I watered was like last month or 2 months ago. It was really bone dry. But what happened is I was watering some plants in the living room, and this was hanging, and I guess I moved, like I basically knocked it down, and a bunch of the strings and the pearls broke off. I was really surprised how easy it was for them to like just like snap. But yeah, a lot of them broke off. So I ended up placing a bunch of them on top, as y'all can see, and then I placed soil, and I'm hoping that it could root. I also got some of the other strings and I placed them in water, and hopefully they can root as well. But kind of sad, but it happens. So yeah, I did top water, I don't bottom water like my succulents and cacti or sansevieras, because it would, in my conditions, it would keep them moist for way too long. I want to do that for like some of my aeroids and like philodendrons and pothos and other stuff like that, as well my calatheas and marantas, because they love to stay moist. But yeah, kind of sad, but I'm wondering if it'll get more bushy, and I'm wondering if it'll also, you know, be successful on propagating. And if it is, and if it does, then I'll be super duper excited and actually propagated some string of pearls. I've always wanted to, but I've always been so scared. But yeah, this is my string of pearls, and she's looking like that because I knocked it down. So me being clumsy. The next one, it is this Hoya curtisi. I think that's how you say it. I probably botched the name, but this one was a really fun find at Lowe's, and it was like a while back. It's gorgeous. Like honestly, I didn't even know this was a very uncommon Hoya. Like I didn't even know that until like a lot of people were telling me in the comment section. There was only one, there was two actually. I got the second one, and then there was one left at that Lowe's, but it was like what, it was like a while back. You guys can like scroll on my channel if you guys want to see the plant shopping video, like it was in the thumbnail. There was a lot of yellow leaves, and I've resumed research, and a lot of people have also experienced when they buy their Hoya curtisi and the big box stores, the coastal farm pots, they're like getting root rot because the potting mix that they're using retains moisture, and these do not like moisture at all in their soil. They like to dry out between waterings, and what I ended up doing, I placed it outside so it can dry out. People usually like remove the potting mix, and they add like more a good potting mix that like aerates, like the water flows more easily, like just a more chunky, like more perlite and bark or stones or gravel, whatever, for the water to run through. I ended up leaving it outside. It was like in summer. It was bouncing back. It was actually growing, and it was doing really good. And then because, you know, I ended up placing a lot of my balcony plants inside it because we were entering fall. That's when this went downhill, and actually I've bottom water, like I underwater this plant so bad that it just started getting even really crispy. But now I ended up repotting it in some, oh my god. I ended up repotting it, and I'm hoping for the best. I do have it in a really good grow light, and I'm honestly seeing a little bit of active growth. It still looks really, really bad as y'all can see, but I am seeing a little bit of like new shoots coming in, so that lets me know that it's a little bit happy and there's like a chance for it to bounce back and look a lot better than what it's looking right now. But this was a really, and honestly it's kind of difficult to grow this one. Like it's very finicky, like the roots are really, really sensitive in my experience, and also I've done some research about this plant, and some other people also like struggle with this plant as well. But it's a beautiful Hoya, and I'm honestly getting to Hoyas. I know, like, I'm so late, but just, I don't know, like I just love things that are unique and different. But yeah, so this is a Hoya curtisi. Again, I'm probably botching the name, but it's a really, really cute plant. Next up, we have this really, really sad. So this is already, like, you just even thinking about this one and talking about it, it's draining me a little bit. It's putting me down. This was my silver splash. Now I know you're like, this is literally just dead. Why do you still have it? Because I do see some new shoots coming in, and I do not want to give up on it. It's my silver splash Scindapsus. I got it on Etsy on a hanging basket. Turns out half of that hanging basket were literally cuttings that were not even rooted, even though when I bought it, it was like $80, and she said it was rooted on the hanging basket, and it looked very lush and full. And then after like 3 days or 2 days of having it, and like I haven't even watered that. I top watered the Scindapsus because it was kind of dry. And then after like 2 to 3 days, I noticed a lot of the leaves were turning yellow, and then I was like checking on them because I was trying to pull them out, and they just rotted. Again, I don't know what happened. I did some propagations before. As soon as I got the plants, I did some propagations because I wanted to have some plant insurance because it was really, really expensive. This is the plant insurance, and as you can see, it's not doing that good. So worst case scenario, I can just go and buy a new one, but it's kind of sad because I really did enjoy the foliage on this plant. And as y'all can see, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like there's I can see that like right over here. That's like a new shoot coming in. So I'm hoping that that's gonna do really, really good. Again, I don't mind having it like this. Like, I want to, like, you know, save this plant, and it would have a lot more value to me if I can save it and bring it back. I mean, it's alive, but if I can bring it back a lot more healthier and more lush. But yeah, this is my silver splash Scindapsus. It's really, really sad. I'm just, yeah. And this is because like I actually left because it was in a propagation container and the top was clear. It was in sphagnum moss. The top was getting direct sunlight and it baked the plant. So that's why it looks like that. So this is my fault, but yeah, it's kind of sad. Next up, we got my Fitonia Frankie. Now this one is just, if you're an overwaterer, I highly recommend Begonias and Fitonias because that's why a lot of my plants, my Fitonias look like this. Usually they're just dead because I always underwater them. These guys like literally love water and love to stay moist. And now this was like sitting in water for like a long time, and now it's getting dry. That's not bad. I feel like you guys think like you're raw, but like honestly, like it was sitting in water for like 3 or 4 days, and it was doing super duper good. And it wasn't this nice looking. Like it was very like empty and without any foliage, and I was putting out new leaves coming in, but now it's getting dry again, and it's just drying out like crazy. And I just always got to be watering this plant. I place it like next to my sink, so whenever I water the plants, I'll remember to water it. It is in a cash pot, by the way. Oops, sorry. And there is like new leaves coming in. I don't think it's gonna pick it up, but there is like new leaves coming in, so that's really, really exciting. But yeah, it's just a Frankie, aka Fitonia. But I really do hope I can make it look prettier. Still alive though. Next up we have, I guess you can say this is like a pretty good, like a happy ending. This is my Variegated Spectus Helium. I don't think that's what it's called, but it is a peace lily and it has variegation. It was sent to me by a company and it was beautiful and everything. It was reverting back to green. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a lot of these leaves were like just reverting back. But I started giving it more lights and it started giving me more variegation, and it actually gave me a little baby over here, this little guy, and it's nicely variegated. So I might divide this one and give it to my mom, but mine has like some new shoots coming in over here. This is like a dead leaf. I'm just see if I can pull it out. Sometimes whenever I pull out leaves, like drying leaves, it's like super hard to pull. I'm like, it sometimes like lifts the plant, which is scary. But yeah, the point is, it was getting way too much light. The leaves are getting curly, like as y'all can see, like it's getting like wavy. So gonna place it in a spot where it doesn't get too much light, but it is putting out. This is a new leaf that's coming in. It looks super duper white. Like look at that. Also like this little baby that I placed, like a little pup. Look at that leaf. It is so beautiful. It's gorgeous, but it has this up and downs on this peace lily. It is on like one of these coastal farm pots. It's like, no, it's like home and patio. I don't even know what that is. But I like to reuse my pots. It was like in a 4-inch pot. Placed it on a 6-inch pot because it was drying out way too fast, and I was like, I'm gonna give you like a bigger pot so you don't dry out too fast. But it's doing pretty good now, to the point that it gave a little baby. Next up we have my, I think it's called the Magic Star Calathea. It looks very similar to the Trust or Stromati, which is this girl. Very similar, except this one has variegation. And yeah, the thing is, as you can see, it looks so bad. This plant has had spider mites. Like, I've been battling with this plant with spider mites for so long. I am using Captain Jack's now. Captain Jack's. I'm sure you guys, it's from Lowe's. This guy. And I have noticed some improvements. I do wash this plant off, and it is in quarantine. Like, it's away from my other plants, and I wanted to spread. I got it from River Gardens, which is my local nursery, for $11.99. It's so gorgeous, but oh my god, I'm like literally so terrified about this plant because it's just going up and down. It is putting out new straws, like new leaves. I call them new straws, but it is putting out new leaves, as you guys can see. But it has a lot of old foliage, like that. So this does need a good cleanup, but I just gave up on it, like taking off the damaged leaves because it was just dying. I mean, it was just getting spider mites like way too much. But this has been helping a lot. And yeah, I just, whenever I have time, I just spray my plants that are infected. If I see like a plant has mealybugs, I just, and I haven't seen that many anymore, so this is pretty effective. Like, they had another version which had neem oil. I'm kind of like down to get it. If I see it again, I will get it because like this is really good. Like, I honestly get the hype why people love it so much. It's literally amazing, and it has saved a lot of my plants, so super duper excited about that. Next up we have my variegated burley marks philodendron variegated, something like that. As you can see, it's gorgeous. It doesn't look bad, but the reason why it's on the list is because it was reverting back to green. Now it does have multiple plants in here, as you guys can see. It has like multiple, but there was a stem that was putting out just green growth, which was like not okay. The leaves are kind of sticky, and usually that means there's some pest, because even the stickiness attracts some pest. Gonna spray it actually, but I don't see nothing in there, but a quick spray does not hurt the plants. But yeah, like it was reverting back to green, and what I did, I just chopped it off and back where the variegation was at, so it wouldn't, you know, revert back. And honestly, all the leaves look variegated. It does have these two new ones over here. Can you guys? These two. I haven't seen them yet. I think it's that one that I cut off, but we're gonna find out. If you guys watch like my videos, I'll definitely give you guys an update, like on houseplant updates or an apartment or stuff like that. This is my favorite, so I'm literally in love with it, and I love this a lot. Like, it doesn't burn my hands, it doesn't irritate my skin, it doesn't smell bad. Doesn't even smell like at all, like nothing. It's just like a little mist. I literally love it so much. Love it. I literally love this spray. I'm always like out of it too. Hasn't even been a month. I've been spraying a lot of my plants, and even then I do have a lot of plants, so I would have run out. But yeah, it was already back to green, but I'm super duper happy that I was able to bring back its beautiful variegation, as y'all can see. It's really pretty. I actually have swapped some cuttings with this plant. Next up, which I'm actually happy that I have my spray, because I see some mealybugs. Can y'all see that? Little white stuff in the leaves. That's mealybugs, and I just spray the plant. So this is my Scandapsus strubii Moonlight, but this girl has been having mealybugs. It looks a lot better, but back then it was just so bad. Like, it was literally doing so bad. It was getting bald, it was losing leaves, and I couldn't figure it out until like I actually started looking into the crevices of the plant, and it was having mealybugs. But yeah, like, you can see this vine is just, Scindapsus usually do that, like they just put like a really, really long vine. Mine do, but that was really odd, and it was looking just bad. Like, I was struggling with this plant, which is literally insane because like people say this is a really easy plant to look after, and right now it's pretty easy, and as you guys can see, it's pretty thirsty because like the leaves are starting to curl. That's why I know it needs a good top watering. I'm honestly scared to like bottom water these because I feel like they'll get root rot. But yeah, this is like such a beautiful plant. I do love it, and I was really happy that I was able to get it more lush because it was not looking like this at all a couple weeks ago. But that's basically it, guys. Honestly, we ended those 3 plants with a good, happy ending. But yeah, I'm really, really sad about the string of pearls. Really, really sad. It was so long and beautiful, but now it's okay though. Even then, this will like, you know, push me to a route that I didn't want to go to, but I'm already there, and it's propagating string of pearls or whatever this is. Hopefully I can successfully propagate it. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. So this is a new video, so I'm a little bit out. It's literally like, I'm gonna post this video like in 2 or 1 hour. So we're late, but yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Something positive, something with y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.